Hey guys, this is I'm an Angel, and in today's video I'm going to be playing Oven Smash while also sharing fun stories of what it's like working at a zoo. So for those of you who don't know, last year I interned at a zoo and for the entire summer, and this year I'm interning at the exact same zoo but during the semester. So I've not been posting as much recently because, again, I'm working and doing school at the exact same time, which leaves not much room for YouTube. And unfortunately, school and work take the priority. So I do have a bit of a free moment right now since school hasn't really gone full overwhelming. I can't do anything because I'm too focused on it. We just went over the syllabus today. But so yeah, today's going to be some just funny zoo stories. But before we get into that, I'm just gonna, how is everybody doing after everything? For those of you who don't know, unfortunately Dolly has passed, and when I say Dolly, I mean Dolly Parton. So yeah, anyways, I don't like sad stuff on my channel. I say that, and yet I've made so many sad edits. Anyways, so starting off, oh, dagnabbit. Starting off, it's so hard to talk while playing at the same time. This is not a recording, this is just me playing in general. So starting off, we have day 1 of the internship. I hear people. Okay, so day 1 of the internship. Oh my gosh, this was so embarrassing. So it rained all night. So it was very, very humid during the day, and it was in the morning, and my glasses were just fogging up and I couldn't see anything. And we were going into the maned wolves enclosure. Me and the keeper I was working under were going into the maned wolves enclosure in order to clean. The maned wolves were put up because that's a no contact species. As far as I can tell. That or I'm just an intern. So I wasn't allowed to do that. I'm fairly certain it's a no contact species, which means that the keeper can't be in the same vicinity as the maned wolves. But essentially, I take my glasses off. And if you guys have kept up with my videos, you will just randomly hear me go, oh crap, I forgot my glasses, or ah, dang it, I can't see, I need my glasses. I don't like wearing them. So, I take my glasses off, and the keeper looks at me and he goes, can you see without those? And I went, I can't really see far away, but it's mostly for reading far away. I can see up close though. And then I walked into a pole. Immediately. It wasn't like a, oh yeah, I can see, and then a couple minutes later I walk into a pole. No. I literally went, yeah, I can see without them. Bam! I put my glasses back on, and he was trying so hard not to die laughing. He literally turned around and had his hand over his mouth, and I'm like, no. My first impression to these zookeepers who I'm working under is literally me walking into a metal pole and getting a bruise on my forehead. Oh my gosh. That was literally just so humiliating. Anyways, this is funny though. You would think that working in a zoo with these dangerous animals that you'd have some cool injury stories, right? Wrong. I don't. 1, I walked into the metal pole. That was an experience. 2, I did get injured by an animal. You'd think that would be a cool story, but no. It was a tortoise. It was a tortoise who does not like being told no. So essentially what happened was, I was taking the tortoise for a walk, and the tortoise tried to walk out into the road, and there was a train on the way. Now, it's the zoo train, so it's not dangerous. the train, like, easily could have stopped, like, immediately. It wasn't even going that fast. Like, I can walk faster than the train. But, yeah, I told the tortoise no, and I stepped in front of him, like I was told to do. And he did not like that, so he rammed into my shins and popped a blood vessel. He popped, or a vein, I don't know what it was. All I know is that it popped something and my legs swelled up a bit, and next thing I know, I was so bruised. All because I told the tortoise he couldn't walk in front of the train. Mind you, he had all this space to walk. I don't know why he chose to go into the road, okay? Like, my job was to keep him from going into the road, and he's 200 pounds, okay? I couldn't pick him up and move him. Also, he did this while there was a bunch of guests watching, and they all just laughed. Which, I mean, it was a pretty funny sight, just seeing me go, no, dude, you can't walk into the road in front of the train, and then seeing a tortoise just ram into my shins, and me just having to stand there and take it, because at least the train's going by, and he's in the grass still. Another injury involving this tortoise. It also involved me telling him no. He wanted to go over a completely vertical hill. Mind you, again, so many areas he could have gone. He chose to go to the 2 areas he knew he was not allowed to go to. Because he's stubborn. And I will say this, and I will always say this. Tortoises are more stubborn than donkeys. Okay? With a donkey, if a donkey doesn't want to do something, you bring out some food, and they're going to be like, ooh, food, okay. You bring out food for a tortoise, they're not going to do it just to spite you. Because they're like, no, I want that food, but I want you to suffer. So no, I'm not going to do it. So he tries to go over the vertical cliff that I can't stand on because it's essentially vertical. It's not a cliff, it's a hill. Because the zoo's on top of a mountain, which is a great place to build a zoo. Walking up and down those hills just to get to the enclosures is an experience. So I'm literally on my knees because I can't stand on this hill. And I'm like 3 inches away from him, trying to turn him around, even though he's like, again, 200 pounds. And he's huge. He did not like being told no, so he kept trying to move. And his foot slips, and he slides right into my knees and bruises my knees. And I had to hold him as he got his footing back, as I'm trying not to slide down this hill myself, and attempt to help him back up. He got back up. I had to crawl back up, essentially, because of everything. Anyways, he's fine. My knees and my legs were not fine. Another injury story. I got stung by a bee. It wasn't even one of our animals, and that was like the worst injury that I got. It was closing time, and I was working on the barn that day, and so I went to go and shut the door to the donkeys, their pen, and I was shutting the way that led outside, so they couldn't go outside at night, because it was gonna rain. So I go to shut it. The wood was so swollen because it had been like pouring the rain like all week, so I couldn't like just shut it, so I slammed it, and I got swarmed, and the bee got lucky where it stung me. It got me right in the vein on the top of my hand. Don't know how its aim was so good. Got me right in the vein, and my hand swelled up. My hand felt like it was on fire, and it hurt. And so they're called a lot of things, but they're in the wasp family. People call them the yellow jackets, hornets, wasps, all kinds of things. But I can tell you it's in the wasp family. And it's this yellow and black piece of crap who's just evil, okay? They're evil people. So evil. I have photos of this thing that I'm not going to show you guys because I like to keep my channel kid friendly. And even though it's not that bad and a kid could totally see it, I'm making this channel more fit for how I was as a kid, and I was a wimp. So if you are a kid and you can handle scary stuff, you're better than me. I could not. I was a wimp. My cat is currently in the cutest position right now. She's just all sprawled out on the carpet. She's not really been enjoying the fact that I have work. She just wants me to stay here all to herself. And whenever I am here, I'm going to class. So she's not getting as much attention as she would like. But that's fine though, because I give her so much attention, like at night. It's like during the day, she doesn't get much attention because I'm like not here. At night, she gets a lot of attention. So it's not like she's not getting any attention. But more funny zoo stories. This one is just hilarious. So I'm getting bales of hay. And while I'm getting bales of hay, I'm walking past and I hear this kid go, "Dad, look!" And he takes off running towards our owl, okay? It's a barred owl. It's beautiful gray owl, okay? Takes off running towards the owl. "Dad, look! It's Jesus!" And I had to physically turn around and walk away to avoid humiliating this kid. I was trying so hard not to die laughing. And he was like 2 years old, by the way. So, I mean, very, very young. And I'm just dying. The dad literally, like, face palmed and went, "No, bud, no." And I am just dying laughing at the whole situation. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was just adorable. Like, that was me. It was so funny, but the kid was just so adorable. Being like, "Dad, look, it's Jesus." Like, he was so confident, too. And the dad's just like, no, that's not right. Yay, got one kill. I'm 100% going to be dying any second now, I bet. Yeah. What's vampirism even do? Oh, hello there. Oh, wow, I just got double teamed. That's lovely. Woohoo! Okay, another zoo story. So, our wallaby, it has a little baby in the pouch. And so when I found out, I was so excited, but like, I'm probably not gonna see it, okay? I'm not that lucky. I saw it. It was so cute. So, essentially, I'm sitting there and I look over and I'm like, "What the heck is that?" I walk over and there's a head sticking out. And then it climbed out of the pouch, which I had never heard of it doing. Apparently it had only just started doing it that day. So it had climbed out of the pouch, it hopped around for a bit and then climbed right back into the pouch. And I was so over the moon excited. Like, you would have thought that I had just met a celebrity with how excited I got. Oh, wait, no. I'm dead. Shame on you for killing me. I have so many funny zoo stories, but I'm tired. Autumn needs attention, and I have been working so hard in so many conditions, such as the pouring rain and thunder and lightning and flood warnings, and I'm working outside and it looks like I jumped in a pool. Fun fact, it's so hard to walk in khakis. What? It's so hard to walk in khakis that are soaking wet. Okay? I was literally waddling around the entire zoo. My legs were chafing so much I got blisters. All because it was pouring the rain. Mind you, I don't get paid for this. This is an unpaid internship. But it's definitely worth it. because I love what I do. Anyways, I'm tired, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.